Okay. So, yeah, I have a lot to accomplish. And I really need to get back to my normal life, so to speak, but yet have also the Jilly Juice book, the only book, aside from maybe one more book after this, but I'm not going to be really in charge of that book. It'll be somebody else. Um, I really want to have not this over my head. I really have to get this book out. And there's a lot of information that I need to impart. There's a lot of information. And so the last couple days, I have been just galvanizing very pertinent information. I have been organizing very basic concepts like, you know, compartmentalizing and understanding the body, mind, and spirit. The body is the microbiome and the biochemistry, viruses, parasites, protozoa, protein, fungus, and bacteria. The biochemistry is fatty acid, amino acid, prohormones, and minerals. The mind has the social sensitivity, the reasoning or logic, the creativity, and the common sense. Okay, and the body influences the mind and the reasoning ability. And then you have the spirit, which is basically biochemistry, and then your belief systems as far as what your beliefs are currently and what you think is going to happen when someone passes away, because that's what you believe. Now, the religious world, we don't believe people should pass away or that is in anyone's future as far as natural causes, though you cannot predict what could happen as far as the universe and tornadoes. So you can get some kind of indicator on tornadoes and hurricanes and all of that. But yes, freak accidents or freak weather or asteroids, no, you can't necessarily predict things like that. So that's the only thing that, or car accidents where you're not in control. Okay? So that's the only way in the religious world a person would die, is something that you cannot control within your body, mind, and spirit. So that's the breakdown of the body, mind, and spirit. Then you have politics, religion, and science that are influenced by the body, mind, and spirit. And then this is why then you see extremism, why you see people band around or rally around activism against salt, sugar, GMO, Democrat, Republican. And so as long as in my mind I have that all organized, that's how I'm going to have to set up my book and then explain in detail. And then also explain who are the two different factions, the Vatican and the Freemasons. Okay? Thank you, Christina. And so this is what I've been doing while I've been kind of dealing with the post-viral fatigue. And that is a true thing, post-viral fatigue. Because yes, I have been dealing with the COVID, but a very mild case of the COVID. Not like when people are on ventilators or they get diagnosed with cancer disease, chronic illness, died from heart attacks, strokes, or whatever, or experienced those. But yeah, I mean, for me, the COVID was nothing more than just a very slight cold. For other people who are immunocompromised, the COVID is going to be the thing that's going to destroy them, because it's about biomolecular thermodynamics. And that's what's in my next book, is going to talk about things from the electrons, protons, and neutrons, and cells, and physics and chemistry, and then the universe. Junk DNA versus black matter, same difference, different inner space versus outer space, the intelligent design, the Big Bang, combustion, conception, life versus inertia. I'm telling you, all of that has to do with who you are as a person. And so I bring it from the micro to the macro. So this is going to be the most important book that I ever write. It'll be the last book that I write, because it's going to encapsulate everything from the micro to the macro, from social sensitivity and social dynamics to then the biomolecular dynamics. Okay? And so that's the whole point of my next book. It's going to go from the straight micro to the macro, and it's going to show you a relationship between the two. Okay? And then also understand what agonist antibodies are, and understanding what antibodies are. Monoclonal antibodies. Some do search and destroy, others create so much growth more than the body can handle. And then the thermodynamics behind it. So that's why some of the remedies and some of the therapeutics and some of the vaccines are too much for some people because they don't have enough energy within to be able to handle that evolutionary process. So inherently, yes, science and mainstream media science is very correct. It's you as a person, are you able to handle the evolution of the environment of a viral load, or from a vaccine, or from a therapeutic, or from some kind of procedure, or from some kind of remedy, or from the stress of the politics? Can you as a person actually adapt and evolve in the current environment, the state that you are in? And that is the bottom line. So it doesn't matter what the government does. It doesn't even matter what your doctor does or recommends or whatever. Have you been able to set up your body correctly to handle the changes that are in your environment? Okay, that's the bottom line. Now, some of you have enough energy within to handle the environmental changes, and maybe you have a few years taken off your life, but you're not going to notice that because you don't know when you're going to actually die. Nobody knows when they're going to die. So it's kind of like a theoretical, well, a year's going to be taken off, 10 years. I mean, that's all kind of like, okay, you know, I mean, theoretically, yes, that is correct. But how many years after you take off your life? Well, we don't know. It all depends on your predispositions as well as how you take care of your body. So, anyways, I'm going to go, but I just wanted to test out this transmission to see if it skips, given that I just changed the things in my environment to not compete with this device. And then, yes, I'm going to be working down here and going to be really hitting this book hard because I have to. I need to get this book done and out. All right, talk to you later. Bye. All right, I'm going to listen to this transmission.